everyone. Greeting from Thailand. This is the first session of this year, or the year 2023. And this year come with exciting spiritual message that I want to relay to all of you. Last year, I spent some time in Singapore toward the end of the year with my friends. And somebody told me a concept of perfect living friends, or in short, PLF. And I feel, oh, I like this concept because this concept actually brings equality, love, compassion, and kindness and unity to us. So, in my small group, I already sent out invitation for everyone that would like to become my perfect living friends. By doing so, we can be friends forever. Not only here, but we can be here, can be friend here as in human form. We can be friend in astral form. We can be friend in causal form. We can be friend in the soul level, and we can also be friends in our true home. Because this link of friendship is unbreakable. Just like I have a very good friend who you already know. His name is Ishwapuriji. He offered this friendship to me, and also he gave me the opportunity to become his friend. And by I understand and embrace this friendship fully, I can share the same friendship to all of you who love to become my friend. Okay? In this friendship, there's nobody higher or lower because we are equal. Unless we are equal, then we can become friends. So I like this concept very much because a lot of people feel like because I am a spiritual guide, then I must be in a position of a master. But I'm not a master. I'm only a spiritual practitioner who have some knowledge and want to be here, have a lot of friends, a lot of spiritual friends from around the world. So that's my main motive that I appear on the public forum to find my friends. Because Ishwapuriji said to me that whoever will come to me, they already mark. And I'm here to find all of my mark perfect living friends. Okay? So this is the New Year message to all of you. So I'm really happy to open this session like this today. And I welcome the question. Okay, first one, Susan. Hi, Susan. You
Hi,
can
Dave.
Hi.
Me? Yeah. So
Mhm.
thank you for this. I know you might forever be great. I have a couple of questions, but I just asked them now.
Okay.
I think many years.
I cannot hear you well, Susan. There's some problem with your internet connection, maybe?
Okay, can you hear me better now?
No. Try to speak again.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh yes, it's better.
Okay. So it is about something that he said the last time he was here in Bruce at the he stunned us all when he said that a year from now we would meet perhaps in the new building, and he would move the businesses in the area so that people could move Bruce or in the area have worked. He would have IMRs again, and he said all these amazing things. And then, as we all know, COVID happened, and a little over a year after he said it, he left his body. So I think some of us have been wondering why he said what he said, and should he not have known what would happen in the next year, or how can it even be explained, or can it even be made understandable for our little mind? I don't know.
If Ishwarji would continue in his human form, by now the Dera will be built already. But because at that time, then he decided to go, right? Because he helped the world. Because at that time, the world and all of his disciples or so-called his friends go to very difficult time. So he decided that the best time that he can go and help all of us. For me, Ishwaji never go anywhere because I feel that he's with me more so. And I feel that, he create a Dera in a purpose for all of us to do spiritual service or spiritual seva. And I believe that this Dera can happen if people who involve truly embrace their life and live their life in service, in selfless service. Okay? The Dera is for the people who make that happen. It's not for the master to make that happen. So I truly believe that it's a test for all of us why the Dera project get postponed. Okay? For me, if I'm there, live in Bruce right now, I will try my best, to live my life in selfless service. So I can, start from me, like a spark of light that I can be there and be the force of this project. Because there is a spiritual gathering place. We're not there going to do have any, to go there to gain anything, right? We go there to lose. Why? In the spiritual place, we go there to lose our ego. But if within the project, people still don't understand how to live their life in selfless service, so that spiritual project will be very difficult to drive forward or to be success. So, and right now, right, I feel because of the world situation after the pandemic, I feel to do a big gathering is now quite risky. So therefore, the main Dera right now is here, is in the internet. So we can safely have gathering without any risk. Okay? So before Ishwar Puriji passed away, he also opened the platform for us because he said to all of us that darshan can also get online. You can get spiritual blessing direct from Master online. So that's one of the blessing that he left behind for all of us too. Okay?
Thank you. So, other question is kind of a follow-up. So how do you know if you, about surrender? How do you really know if you live in God's will or Master's will? Is it just something you feel, or are there any markers or anything that you, the mind has a tendency to always question and say, oh, is this really Master's will? Is it really what he wants me to do? Or are these own desires? How do you know?
Okay. Okay, so, right, it's very difficult actually to surrendering to the will of the Lord, or to master will. In practice, it's almost impossible. And if you already at the surrendering state, you won't actually know. Okay, but in all of us, we have the ego. The ego is also good, because in one occasion I asked Ishwarji about the ego, how to get rid of the ego permanently. And he said to me, it's actually impossible to get rid of the ego, because he said to me, if you would get rid of your ego, you don't even want to get up from your bed to do anything at all. He said, but we can use master ego to override our own ego. So replace your I with master, right? Replace your ego with master, and let master ego being like guideline in your life. So we have to practice a lot to recognize that, whatever is bring you closer to the master is the right decision, and other not. Our mind have the capacity of discrimination, or in Indian word we call vivek, right? To discernment. So we have to use this ability of vivek, right, at all time. Just like when we wake up every day, we have to exercise choices. We always have to make choice. Either you do this or you not do it, right? Either you become a good example, a good human being, or not. So any decision bring outcome. Any action you take bring consequences. And make sure that consequences you forward to your master. If you truly recognize that, master, you are the doer of everything. I am nothing. I use your brain to decide for me. I use your will to override my own will. So this is the way to go. How we know? If we using the right decision, we are making the right decision or not? Well, in the beginning, I say to all of you, that you have community of perfect living friends, the friend that have some wisdom. You can always go and ask those friends that you feel that they have more wisdom than you, and asking if you truly make the right or wrong decision. Okay, so that way is easier.
Okay, thank you. Hey.
You're welcome. Heather, please.
Hi, Nay. Wow, you look so beautiful today, I have to say. And
That's
thank
for
you.
all of you. It's New Year.
Oh,
New Year,
thank
new me.
Yes. Yes, and thank you for this new format. This is really, really good for us, I think, for all of us. Yeah.
Mm,
So my question is about past karmas.
mm,
And I've just been noticing a lot lately in those that I'm working with, and my family, and myself to some degree,
mm,
how these past karmas seem to bring real suffering,
mm,
physically and mentally in this current life. And so if we're initiated, Ishwar has told us that our reserve karma is wiped clean, and what remains is our current life karma, right? And we have to go through those things. And although the master can lighten them for us, right, at if that's possible. So what I'm wondering is, if these past karmas that still affect us, like, do they need to be healed? And if so, how do you go about that?
Okay, well, very good question on the karma. Okay, for initiate, whoever get initiation from perfect living master. So at the time of initiation, or if the master accept us to become their friends or to become their disciple, then master will erase the reservoir, right? The collective karma that we have in past life, countless past life, and only leave the karma of this lifetime. So we can practice better. We have a chance to have a spiritual enlightenment, because a lot of karma that become burden on us already removed or so-called erased by Master Grace. Okay, so you ask that is that truly erased during the time of initiation? Yes, but it's also depend on us. We have how much faith that you have on your master. If you have 100% faith on your master, that master is the doer of everything from the day of your initiation, then those karma completely erase. Okay, collective karma completely erase. But if you still think, oh master, I'm still the doer, I still want to be the doer, I want to take action, take decision in my life still. And whenever things go wrong, then you go to the master and ask for the solution. So like that, the collective karma keep coming back. Why? Because we have choice. We still choose to operate in the karmic system and not fully in grace system. That's why the karma seem to come back. Okay? But when you learn the hard way through suffering, that master actually the owner of everything and he is the ultimate doer. At that time, you would not feel the suffering at all, at all. Even in suffering, you recognize that this is my master suffering, not my suffering. So this is the way that you can escape the karma, by using the connection with master fully. Okay, in our life, even master erased the karma for us, but he still leave destiny karma, meaning the karma of this lifetime for us to take care. Why? Right? Because if master will erase all the karma, then we will just drop dead. We will just die at that spot on the initiation day. So master want us to learn, to have some wisdom. So in order to fulfill this karma in this lifetime, what happened? If you forward everything to master too, including the karma of this lifetime, then all of your 7 to 9 generation will get pulled closer and closer to master. So this is the way that not only if we surrender to master, not only save our soul or ourselves, we also save the 9 generation, 7 to 9 generation with us, and give them opportunity to be liberated in this lifetime, next lifetime, or in the next 4 to 10 lifetime. Okay, but in this life, there also a gap that we can create new karma around 10%. That this new karma still can kick in. That's why we can go back to the question about vivek, discernment, how we can actually use our free will that in alignment with God will or our master will. That's why we have to educate ourselves. What is master teaching? We have to keep precept. We have to become vegetarian because we have to practice, become spiritual practitioner to understand how we can make the right choice at every moment and not create new karma. Because in our life, there will be the gap of time that we have to make decision, and that decision lead to new karma. And every moment we have to make the right decision, the decision that bring us closer to destination, to our true home, to our master. But that's okay to make wrong decision too, as long as you can learn from that mistake. Okay? Like I said in the New Year message in the group, I'm saying that, okay, we are not perfect. I'm not here to search for perfect friends because I'm still have a lot of shortcoming. But I believe that together we can make perfection. So if you not sure what is right or what is wrong decision to make, you can always come to me and ask me if I already learned that lesson, right? It's already part of my experience. Then I can explain to you that yes, you can make this choice. Here is the consequences. Which one you want to choose? So I'm here offer my friendship this way. So in this lifetime, we can learn together how we can understand God will, how we can make the right decision together. Okay?
Okay. Well, thank you. That's more than I had thought about, for sure. And so then, if we're going to forward all to the master, let's say we have a physical illness or something physical that we have to deal with. If we forward it to the master, then does that mean that the master has to take it on in some way?
Yes and no. Because master have secret. Okay, before I tell this secret, I will tell you how it works first. Ishwarji always say to us, if problem come, we have to meet it, greet it, and beat it, right? Okay. I always say to my friend that we have to greet it and meet it. Meaning, okay, if any pain inside you come, right? You feel any pain in any part or it becomes sickness. You just have to acknowledge, to see what it is first, okay? Give that acknowledgement. If you're still not sure what this pain is, is all about, you have to have a physical checkup. Once you have the wisdom to know what it is, then you can forward to master. Okay? It's very important that you meet it and greet it. A lot of people using their fear when they forward everything to master because they're so fearful and they want master to sort their problem out. They don't even want to know about their problem. So therefore, when they're doing that, they do that by faith, not a living faith. In order to have a living faith, you have to have some wisdom of what it's all about in the situation either in bad situation, good situation, you have to see it. You have to understand it by your own understanding. What is your problem? Once you recognize this problem, then you see it clearly, you forward to master. Master, of course, will take on your karma because every problem at all, right? This problem is part of part of karma, karmic baggage. So we forward this karmic burden or karmic baggage to master. So at first, it might look like master take on the karma, but because master constantly operate in grace system, master will burn it out very quickly, very quickly. So it might look like master suffering for you, but master never truly suffer for anything because master live completely in God's will. That's why, master take on a karmic body just for us, so that we have opportunity to come into connection with them, just for them to have opportunity to understand our own suffering, human suffering, so they can exercise mercy, so they can give us blessing and kindness, so they can become eyes and ears of God here in the physical form. Okay, let's say if, for example, you have to suffer, some of us, we meant to suffer for 10 years by some kind of sickness. And if you already happen to understand that, this is my karma, but master, I cannot deal with this. This karma is too much, it's too suffering. I cannot deal with it. I already understand why this happened to me, but please help me. Then you forward this 10 years of suffering to master. You know what happened? Master maybe just suffer on this for 10 minutes and done, because they constantly connect with grace, connect with blessing from God. So for them, it's very easy to digest this. That's why in the past, master considered as spiritual healers. Just like in some book or some scripture, they said that holy visitor can heal people from their sickness. It's true. Why? Because they constantly connect with God. Okay? And karma cannot get them, permanently. Yes, sometime. When they give out initiation, they have to take some burden of the karma and digest. But they do it very quickly, very quickly. Okay? If you happen to become friend with such one, then you truly lucky. It's more than winning a lottery. This is a spiritual lottery. Okay?
Thank you, Nay. Thank you so much. Yes, we have the greatest gift of all. Thank you. That helps a lot.
You're welcome. Rohit, hello.
Hello.
Hello. How
Yes,
are you?
good, Radhaswamy.
Radhaswamy.
Yes, I have a question. So, I heard that you are going on a 9-day of retreat.
Yeah. Actually,
First
10
of all,
days. Yes.
10 day. Okay,
Yes.
10 day of retreat. And what would you do there?
Doing nothing.
And that's good. And is there a way we can join you?
Oh yes, I already sent out invitation that all of you can join me on this silent retreat. Of
Okay.
course, you cannot join me physically because this is only my family going there. Okay, but at home for 10 days, you can sit and meditate astrally side by side. So we meet one another in radiant form and we meditate together. Okay? And the nature of the time in the another realms of awareness is different. So Ishwarji said to us that on the astral plane, right? We can fast forward the time, we can pause the time, we can do many things with time because the nature of the time is not the same like here in the physical. So we can pause the time together for that 10 days and meditate together in that oneness. Okay? Whenever you think of Master, make connection with Master and withdraw your attention here to the Wisdom Eye Center. Okay? There, we can meet one another there and meditate together for 10 days in whichever way that you want. And some of you can, let's say, use video as guideline to do meditation too. If you feel that you cannot just sit in silence and enjoy the meditation chamber inside, then you use the video. If not, you can just meditate in silence. Okay? And hopefully we can meet one another inside.
I have one more question on the subject of if you can explain the observer and how the observer works and how the observer work in each level.
Well, in every level of awareness, the observer or the experiencer work the same. Same like what? Because these experiencer or observer always observe from participant, right? Point of view, okay? Never joined anything, never joined in the illusion. Even within the illusion, okay? For example, in this physical body, we have the illusion of human body that cause us separation. Just like I'm sitting here in time space of Thailand, and you sitting there in time space of America. Okay, so physically it looked like we sit apart and we are different person. But if you look from the observer point of view, you will see that this separation is illusion. Why? Because right now you can feel that you connect with me in the same room. You are feeling connect with my feeling through the same love. On that, it means in our emotional level, we connect. Okay? And then intellectually, because you can understand what I say perfectly well, it means we also connect on the causal plane, on the causal level. And mentally, you can understand the concept that I relay to you about the observer. And in soul level, we connect to the same oneness, to the same concept of master. Okay? So, in that love and space of unity, we are one and the same. And ultimately, we recognize that we come from the same place. We share the same Father, which is God. Okay? So right now, from every level at the same time, in this human experience, we connect one another to the same observer, the same dreamer, the same experiencer. So this is the ultimate and the secret of the path of the master, because master always point out to us that the meditation that we are doing on light and sound meditation is the art that we can shift our attention to the self, to the ultimate self. And the only way that we can recognize that ultimate self is to practice to observe, become observer of your own reality first, asking who am I, right? Who experienced this body called Ne? Who experienced this body called Rohit? Who is here? Are there many of us? Is there only one of us doing this? Okay? Use this as the guideline to find yourself, your ultimate self, always by asking the right question. Who experiencing this? Okay? And the answer will come. That the ultimate answer of all, that there is only one experience or the experiences, including we sit here in the same room, around 40-50 of us, but there's only one experiencer. But how is this possible? We cannot bring our mind to understand this. That's why Master teach us the art to rise above our mind using the pulling of love. And from this pulling of love will eventually pull us out of all the differences. Then we come into oneness. We reunite with love and we come to understand that there's no difference between you and me. We are one and the same. Okay? This is the ultimate goal of this practice of Surachapad Yoga. Okay?
Thank you. So, just one last thing on this one. So, observer is there, and then and then, for example, you're observing your dream. For example, how do we, if something like which we did, or we have one thought which happened yesterday, which was not the right thought, how do you correct that? Because what's the art of correcting at each level?
Okay, become the observer. The true observer never correct anything. Why? Because we observe. We're not supposed to change anything. Because
Or
we saw
you
that
mean to say learn?
yeah,
You mean
you're
to say
not
learn, like
yeah. But in dream, there's many things happening. A lot of things is just the projection of our mind, And the best way that you can operate and be conscious in your dream and so-called be able to recognize that you are the observer even in dreams is that before you go to sleep, you practice Surachapad Yoga, right? You practice withdrawal of your attention to your wisdom eye center. And all night, you stay at your wisdom eye center and observe your dream. At that time, Master will be with you. And if you enter very dangerous situation or very so-called mind disturbing situation, then Master will just pull you out, by using the pulling of love, by using unbreakable bond. Okay, like the soul, before the soul come to join this dream of world of illusion, right? Maya, the world of Maya here. The soul make a contract with Master Soul, with Master and God, saying that, okay, Master, if I want to get out, please come to find me. If I'm in any danger, please pull me out. So it is the same. We prepare ourselves before we go into dreams. And here, in this physical plane, it's like dream. Why? Because you can wake up just like that, okay? When we shift our attention and meet with Master inside, that's when we wake up. Every day when I know this secret, right, and I observe people around me, when they take their life situation, their suffering so seriously, I always have fun watching them. Why? Because they believe this to be real. How wonderful this, right? That the soul can put on so many layers and make the illusion to be real as part of the experience. But it's also very easy if they can reverse their attention instead of looking outside all the time and put their attention on the suffering. When they reverse their attention inside, that's when they get out. How they can reverse their attention at all? The secret is when you have true friendship with perfect living master. They are the one who poke you and say, hey, look, this is a bad dream. Why you focus on your bad dream? Let's pull yourself out. Get out of this trouble. Nothing is real. No karma that is put upon yourself is real anyway. When your friend pull you out and then you join the observer seat, also called ringside seat, together, then you understand, wow, this is how Master look at this creation. This is how Master operate in this illusion and have fun, being the character and the observer, being in the dream and the dreamer at the same time. This is wonderful. This is what we actually get by sincerely practicing this art of Surachapat Yoga, also called light and sound meditation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Aniket.
Hello, Sister Nay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Happy to see all of you this year.
Yeah, we as well are
You can
happy.
feel I'm so happy. I'm bursting with happiness. Go on.
Sister Nay, my question is, since coming to this path of Santmat, I have realized something, that is that there is just a pattern in everything. You see, for example, anything cannot be fulfilled without a desire. So everything needs, first there will be a desire, then there will be that outcome. So everything, whether it's considered to be imperfect from a smaller level, smaller realized level, or a perfect at greater realized level, but there is a pattern in the script itself. The script is written very, what can I say, there are no words to say it, but it's written very, let me say, I'll try a word like which could be inappropriate, but it's written very cleverly, as there are no words to say it. But yeah, since the pattern is there, from everything is literally connected, everything, sister. You see, I've read this, that since if the smallest thing, if sticking just a needle, if it's not done, then the whole world can collapse. It's connected like that way. Please tell me about that.
Okay. Yes, I understand. I'm also observing that everything seems to have this pattern, also called loop, right? We always, follow this loop over and over, and doesn't seem that we can get out from this loop. Okay? But my master shared one of the tips that we can actually get out from this loop. He said to me, those people who believe that they are the victim of this pattern, also called karmic pattern, they stay in this loop or the cycle of samsara forever and ever because they believe this to be real. And they let this karma, this cycle beat them up over and over. And each time this curve of suffering comes, is bigger and bigger suffering. Okay? Then Master told me that, but you can actually become an architect of your own reality as well. Okay. What if you can actually get out and reprogram your own cycle, your own karmic pattern, by forward everything in master hand? Because the true architect, the person that can adjust or even pull you out of this cycle of suffering, is the master. So we have choice. Like in the beginning, I say about free will. We can use our free will to be the victim, or we can use our free will to be the architect. Which one? Okay. For example, if you have, let's say, a girlfriend, and this girlfriend, you always have the pattern where you always have some disagreement, fight every day on every little thing. And you see this is the pattern now. Anything can trigger her anger. Anything can trigger your anger. And you wish to get out of this. You have a choice where you can be a victim, continue to be the victim, enjoy the suffering. The soul truly enjoy, whatever character it in, right? Or you have the choice, you can use your free will, saying that, no, I want to become the architect of this reality. I want to reprogram it. How can I reprogram this? How do you do it? Right? The reprogramming is not here. You cannot use your human self, your astral self, your causal self to reprogram this. You cannot. You have to go inside, raise above this cycle of suffering, also called karmic illusory world, this karmic creation. When you be able to raise to your soul level, and if your soul connect to master soul, you ask master to reprogram everything. Report to master, I believe that this is not what I want. This is not the reality that I want to live in. I want a girlfriend where we get on. I want a girlfriend who share everything, in my life and see everything the same way. Not disagreement, not conflict or fight every day. We want to enjoy this human reality, this human time together. Can you please reprogram this? Okay? And you have to also respect the differences. from different point of view, different character as well. If you truly want to become the architect of your own reality, raise your awareness to master level, and master will use that free will that you forward to master to adjust your life. Okay, remember, I repeat again, you can use your free will to become the victim of your karmic life, or you can use your free will to become the architect of your karmic life as well. But the secret is we cannot do this on human level. We cannot use our mind doing this. And that's why the ultimate solution is to surrender. Surrender and recognize that master is the doer of everything and you're not in control. But you can always go inside to do negotiation with your master inside. Okay?
Yes, thank you, sister. And I have another question that is something which is different from this question, and it's an interesting one. And sister, I would like to know about the parallel creation or another reality. I've heard about it that it's going parallelly. Is there something like in this creation there are humans, and in other creation there are some other kinds of creatures and other kinds of laws governing that creation? Please tell about that and give one example, please. Real example.
Okay. Well, all the creation can only become real when you have direct experience. So that's not much use to me to explain the concept of beach to you. If you never been there to the beach, how do you know what beach look like, right? How do you know if I say to you, okay, let's go and have holiday on the beach? If you never been there, how can I fully explain to you what it feel like to have holiday on the beach, right? So it's the same. What is the use if I explain anything to you that I have direct experience when it's not part of your direct experience yet? Okay? But it is possible, we have all the tools to experience the variety of universes. We can travel through different multiverse. Okay? Very easy. But we can travel not on our own. Why? Because if you go there on your own, you can get lost. Let's say you know how to go, but do you know how to come back? You can get lost in that multiverse. The safest way is to travel everywhere with your master. If you build a very strong connection with your inner master, you can ask your inner master to show you. Master, I want to have experience of the multiverse. Please bring me anywhere. I want to see anything. Okay? Then master might just pull you along. If they have, let's say, a spiritual discord in different universe, right? Master just pull you there and you just sit there, listen to master discord. Then master would just give discord, let's say, if that multiverse, the population are teddy bear. You would just look at all these teddy bear, listen to discord, and do meditation. And that's very funny, okay? And when the time is up, then master say to you, okay, let's go, let's come back. Don't get lost in the universe of teddy bear, because you're not one of them. You're not supposed to be there. You're only there because of me. Then I pull you back, come back to your own reality. So this is one of the example that I can give to you.
Thank you, Sister Nay.
You're welcome.